Good morning, fifth grade. So this is a new platform that I'm going to be trying to teach little portions of our math lessons. So today is a little test run. I'm going to go over lesson 10.5. Lesson 10.5, we were working with metric measures. So through this lesson, we will always be using this table that we have here, okay? So another thing to remember as we've gone throughout lesson 10 or chapter 10, every time we're going from a smaller unit and we're trying to convert it to a bigger unit, you always use division, okay? Today, all you will have to be doing is moving your decimal point, and we know how to do that. We've done that many times in other lessons. Also, don't forget, when we're moving from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you're always using multiplication. In that case, you're going to be moving your decimal to the right, okay? So, for example, say that I have 2 kilometers, and I am trying to get to how many decameters that means, okay? So, what I do is I look at the kilometers, I go 1 loop, 2 loop, and that gives me 2 decameters. So I'm going to take my 2 here, I'm going to put that assumed decimal at the back, and I am going to loop once, loop twice, place my new decimal. My new number is 200. So 2 kilometers equals 200 decameters, okay? And that is just one example, okay? Now I am going to go from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, okay? So I'm going to do millimeters. So say I have 2 millimeters, okay? I am trying to get to decimeters. How many decimeters does 2 millimeters equal? Sorry if the writing's a little bit messy. I'm writing with my finger and it's a little bit hard. So 2 millimeters equals how many decimeters? I don't know. So I have to put my assumed decimal at the back. And I know that when I'm going from smaller to bigger, that I need to move my decimal to the left, okay? So I put my assumed decimal, my finger there, I loop once, I loop twice. Because I point to millimeter, I loop once, I loop twice to decimeter. That means I just have to put a 0 in that placeholder, put my new decimal at the front. So 2 millimeters equals 0.02 decimeters, because we can't forget those placeholder zeros, as you all know, okay? Moving on to my next slide. So we have a question, say we have 2.1 decimeters, okay? We're still using that same diagram there. So what you have to do in this situation, fifth grade, is you have to write a 2 in that box above the decimeters, and it's 0.1. So you have to do a dot on that line, that's my decimal point, sorry, and a 1 over the centimeters, okay? So placing that 1 behind the decimeter is because it's in the next place behind the decimeter. So placing the 1 above the centimeter is where we have to place that 1, okay? So I have 2.1 decimeters. I'm trying to see how many millimeters that is going to equal, okay? I am going big to small. I know from my last slide, big to small means I am going to be moving my decimal place to the right, okay? I take my decimal, 2.1, I figure out there's 2 loops that I'm going to be having to make to the right. So I point to that decimal, I make 1 loop, I make 2 loop, I fill in that placeholder 0. So I know that 2.1 decimeters equals 210 millimeters, okay? Simple as that. Don't make it more complicated than it is today, okay? All you're doing today is moving your decimal point. The most important thing that you have to remember is that you're always going back to this chart no matter what, okay? All right, so this next part can get a little bit confusing because we are using centigrams, decigrams, and just grams, okay? But an important thing to remember is that just because our chart here doesn't have those specific terms on it, it does have the beginning, okay? So decigrams is deci, centigrams is centa, and we have grams right here in the middle, okay? So don't let that confuse you. So what we did on this point, we are going from milligrams to centigrams first. So we are looping one time, okay? So I have 327 milligrams. I put my assumed decimal down. I am going smaller to bigger. Going back to my other slide, smaller to bigger means you're moving your decimal to the left, okay? So I am pointing that assumed decimal. I'm moving it one to the left, replacing the new decimal, and you can see there that they got 32.7, okay? The next one, again, we're going from milligrams to decigrams this time. So I point to milligrams, I go 1, 2 loops there, okay? Again, we're going smaller to bigger. So I have 327. I'm doing 2 loops this time to the left. Loop, loop, 3.27 is what they got there. Okay, we're on our last one now. We're going from milligrams to grams. We go 1 loop, 2 loop, 3 loops to the left. So I have 327. I put my assumed decimal at the back. I go 1, 2, 3, replace that decimal, and you can add a 0 at the front if you'd like. They got 0.327, okay? So again, that is going smaller to bigger. You're always going to be moving your decimal to the left, okay? Left. Smaller to bigger equals left. You're just moving your decimal the same place that you do your loops, okay, 5th grade? All right, our next one. This is a little bit different. We're going from heka to deca first, okay? So we're working with liters this time. Don't let it confuse you, okay? We have an H there. So we go and find the H here. We're right here. So we're going to deca there, okay? So we're going to be going from H to D, okay? So we have 4.1. We are going bigger to smaller this time. So we move our decimal to the right, just like we do on our chart. Moving to the right once. We point to our decimal, move to the right, put a new decimal. They got 41. All right, this time we're going from heka to liters. So we go 1 loop, 2 loops. So we have 4.1. I go 1 loop, 2 loop, put my new decimal. My new number is 410 as they gave us, okay? And my last one, 4.1, I'm going all the way to deca this time, okay? So I'm moving 1 loop, 2 loop, and my 3rd loop. Point to that decimal, 1 loop, 2 loop, 3rd loop. Put that new decimal, placeholder zeros, we get 4,100, okay? Again, that is bigger to smaller because we're moving down the line for that chart that we have. Bigger to smaller, you're always going to be moving your decimal to the right, okay? Just follow your way down the chart and you will never go wrong, okay? All right, so I am again going to be, let me copy and paste this quick. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. All right, so I'll just click back and forth between my chart because I do not have my chart copied on this page. But this time we are going from liters to deciliters to centiliters to milliliters, okay? So if I come back here, let me erase this quick so we don't get confused. If I come back to my chart, okay, we are again going from liters to deciliters first, okay? So I need to point to liters. We are going to deciliters, 1 loop, okay? So I come back here. I take my 7.15. We did 1 loop because we're going bigger to smaller. That means we're looping to the, let me see, bigger to smaller. We are looping to the right, sorry, yes, we are looping to the right. Okay, so we get 71.5 because I replaced that new decimal. Again, going back to my chart, this time we're going from liters to centiliters. 1 loop, 2 loop. Come back here, I write my 7.15. I know that I'm going to be moving 2 loops to the right, again, because I'm going bigger to smaller. 1 loop, 2 loop, replace that decimal. Assume decimal at the back of 715. This time we're going even farther to milliliters. We're going from liters to milliliters. We go 1 loop, 2 loop, and a 3rd loop. We do 7.15, and I see there we go 1 loop, 2 loop, and a 3rd loop. My new number is 7,150 because that assumed decimal is right there at the back, okay? So 5th grade, something that's important, the only thing that you need to remember today is you have to keep going back to this chart here. You will always work with this chart for 10.5. Whichever way your loop goes on the chart is whichever way you're going to be moving your decimal, okay? I hope that this platform helped a little bit, and let me know if this is something that would be beneficial to the students in addition to their lessons that are given on the Interactive Student Edition and Personal Math Trainer. Maybe they could do this first because we are taking grades on the Interactive Student Edition and Personal Math Trainer. So if they could look at this first, they would have a little bit of an idea so that the Personal Math Trainer and Interactive Student Edition could go a little bit smoother. Thank you.